Good morning, students. Today we will discuss fundamental vectors and fundamental planes. So firstly, let us define normal line at a point. Suppose you are given a space curve and P is any point on the curve, and if we draw a tangent at the point P, then the line passing through the point P and perpendicular to the tangent, that is called the normal line to this curve at the point P. So thus the line which is passing through the point P and perpendicular to tangent, that is called the normal line. Next we define some special kinds of normals. Next is principal normal. So in order to define the principal normal, let us take a curve. This is a space curve and P is any point on this curve. Then the normal which lies in osculating plane. This is the osculating plane at the point P. Then a normal which lies in osculating plane, that is called principal normal. So here this is principal normal which is lying in the osculating plane. And the unit vector along this principal normal, that is generally denoted by n cap. Next we define binormal vector. Binormal is the normal which is perpendicular to this plane. This is osculating plane and the vector which is perpendicular to osculating plane. तो ये जो vector है, this is perpendicular to osculating plane at the point P, and this is called binormal. And along the binormal, the unit vector is denoted by B cap. Next we define fundamental unit vectors. So fundamental unit vectors, like we already study I, J, K vectors, in the same way we can define fundamental unit vectors. So firstly let us define fundamental unit vectors. We studied the tangent, principal normal and binormal. So the unit vectors along these three, those are fundamental unit vectors. So in order to define these three vectors, let us take, this is a space curve. P is any point on the curve. Let us draw a tangent at the point P. Then the vector which is perpendicular to the vector t cap, that is the vector n cap, and also the vector b cap, that is the unit vector along the binormal. These three vectors are perpendicular vectors, and these three vectors are called fundamental unit vectors. And the unit vector along the tangent, that is denoted by t cap. The unit vector along the principal normal, that is denoted by n cap, and the unit vector along the binormal, that is denoted by b cap. These three vectors, t cap, n cap and b cap, these are perpendicular vectors. So their dot products with each other, that will be 0. It means t cap dot n cap will be 0, n cap dot b cap will be 0, and b cap dot t cap, that will be 0. And also because the vectors t cap and n cap, they are perpendicular to each other, and therefore their cross product will be the vector which is lying along b cap. So b cap is equal to t cross n. In the same way, t cap is equal to n cap cross b cap. In the same way, b cross t, that is n cap, because b cross t is a vector lying along the normal. Now let us define fundamental planes. There are three planes: osculating plane, normal plane, rectifying planes, associated with each point on the space curve, and we call these planes as fundamental planes. Let us define them. So in order to define them, let us take, this is a space curve. P is any point on the curve. Let us draw tangent, principal normal and binormal, and the unit vectors along them. Unit vector along the tangent is t cap, unit vector along the principal normal is n cap, unit vector along the binormal is b cap. Then the plane containing t cap and n cap, that plane is osculating plane. The plane containing b cap and t cap, that plane is called rectifying plane. And the plane containing the vectors b cap and n cap, that plane is called normal plane. So these are the three planes which we have defined. Also we can write their equations. To write the equation of osculating plane, as we have already seen that osculating plane is the plane which contains the vectors t cap and n cap, and also it is normal to B cap. So if we take a current point on the osculating plane and the moving point P having the position vector r cap, then because the vector r minus r is perpendicular to the vector B cap, so their dot product will be 0. So we get the equation of osculating plane given by r minus r dot B cap is equal to 0. In the same way, we can define normal plane and rectifying plane, because a normal plane that contains the unit vector along the binormal and unit vector along the principal normal, and it is perpendicular to unit tangent vector. So if we take the position vector of a current point on the plane and r vector the position vector of the moving point on the curve, then because the vectors r minus r and t cap, they are perpendicular to each other, so their dot product will be 0. So we get the equation of normal plane in this way. Now to find the equation of rectifying plane, as we already seen that rectifying plane contains the vectors B cap and T cap, and it is normal to the vector n cap. So if we take r vector as a position vector of current point on the plane and r vector as the position vector of moving point P on the curve, then because the vectors r minus r and n cap, they are perpendicular to each other, so their dot product will be 0. So this is the equation of rectifying plane. So in this way, we have defined all the fundamental unit vectors and the fundamental planes, which are osculating plane, normal plane, and rectifying plane. Now next we define the directions of principal normals and binormals. So let us firstly define the direction ratios of principal normal and binormal. How to find the direction ratios of binormal? Now, because binormal is the vector, binormal vector is the vector which is perpendicular to the osculating plane, and osculating plane is the vector which is perpendicular to r dot cross r double dot. So we can say that the binormal vector that is lying along the vector r dot cross r double dot. So to find the direction ratios of binormal, let us find the value of the vector r dot cross r double dot. Now by definition, because the point P has the position vector xi plus yj plus zk, so differentiating with respect to t to find r dot, the derivative of x is x dot, the derivative of y is y dot, the derivative of z is z dot. So we have obtained r dot, and again differentiating with respect to t, we get the derivative of r dot, which is denoted by r double dot. The derivative of x dot is x double dot, the derivative of y dot is y double dot, the derivative of z dot is z double dot. So we have obtained the two vectors r dot and r double dot. Now let us find their cross product as usual. In the first row we have I cap, j cap, k cap, then the components of r dot, then the components of r double dot. Now expanding it, I cap into y dot into z double dot minus y double dot into z dot, plus j into, leaving these two, we get x dot into z double dot minus z dot into x double dot plus k cap into x dot into y double dot minus y dot into x double dot. So these components of I, j, k are the direction ratios of the binormal. Now to define the direction ratios of principal normal. Now because the principal normal is perpendicular to the tangent and binormal, so we can say that the principal normal that will be the parallel to the vectors r dot and the vector r dot cross r double dot. So let us find this vector firstly. So writing the components of r dot, which are x dot, y dot and z dot, and the components of r dot cross r double dot we already obtained in the previous article. So substituting the values and expanding this determinant, we get the components of I cap, j cap and k cap, which are the direction ratios of principal normal. Also direction ratios of principal normal can also be obtained by using the definition of unit vector along the tangent. By definition, unit vector along the tangent is dr by ds, which is denoted by r dash. Because this is unit vector, so its magnitude will be 1. Now differentiating both sides with respect to s, the derivative of 1, that is 0. Dividing throughout by 2, we get r dot into r double dot, that is 0. It shows that these two vectors are perpendicular vector. So we can say that principal normal will be parallel to r double dot. So direction ratios of principal normal are given by the components of this vector, which are x double dash, y double dash and z double dash. So these are the direction ratios of the principal normal.